Hey everyone, we might as well just call this cars for now because I'm just like, it's too cold to do anything outside right now. I've got my heater on and I've got about close to a half of a tank of gas. So, I'm gonna chill out and do this. So we are a week into the new year and honestly, I've been feeling very up. And I think really just because this new year actually started with a bit of an up feeling for me, even though like just this past week I said, oh my gosh, my number one bucket list vacation destination, Australia, is having the worst year possible right now. So thankful for everyone that's like helping the animals where they can. Apparently there is a lot of makeshift hospitals going on for a lot of animals out there, so very good, very kind of everyone down there to try to keep every living creature safe. The less said about anything politics, the better, because really, I've said before, and I do not want to make this a political video, so I just pretty much say, like, I say, just as I've always said, like, both parties are in desperate need of fixing, because we are pretty much, our whole political system is really a disease tree that like everybody's just moaning about the ugly fruit and not really doing anything to cure anything. So that's my outlook on it. I do not live devotedly to anything political, because the fact that tastes change every day, moods change every day. Everybody is just overdone, overfried, and pretty much are not thinking at all. So that's just my thoughts for like everything that goes for. See what I do when I take the hand away? It just whoosh, not that, please. But what I did want to talk about is that I actually talked about this on Facebook, and along with my usual yada yada geek stuff, I usually write down certain dreams that really stand out to me on Facebook when I wake up in the mornings. Haven't done it recently, but like the good ones really last. And this one in particular literally started my new year off with a bang. I went to sleep around 10 or 11 on New Year's Eve, doing nothing, pretty much painting, and just said I'm gonna conk out for the night. Goodbye 2019. Hello 2020. For all of you that know that joke, and it's not really the point of it. I cannot stop it. My whole neck feels like it's just like a pill, and now every time I lean over here, it drives me freaking crazy, and yet I think it looks fine like this. Just kooky and everything, and I'm just going to tell them down there, because I don't want to put someone in this video that have never content and everything like that. Oh, I'm a nurse whenever I'm out here. And yeah, I use that word. Sure. This particular dream actually really had a lot to do with like a particular love I have for a particular funny man. Sadly, no longer with 5 years since he's been gone, so it's so sad. But anybody that saw my favorite Robin Williams vlog, you know that he was a personal hero of mine. I literally cried for 3 days straight when I heard he had passed away. And going back on that, it's just the fact that I grew up loving his stand-up, loving his movies. I, weirdly enough, did not watch a lot of Mork and Mindy growing up. I did watch it a lot when it started rerunning on Family Channel, I think is what it used to be on. But anyway, this was just a random dream that just happened up, where I was just literally just dreaming about work, like I needed to do that as much, so just dreaming about that, and probably was already having nightmares about going back, even though I was off New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. No, I take that back. I was working on New Year's Eve. Let's see where my brain goes. But anyway, just dreaming I was at my table at work, and then all of a sudden I look in the foreground, and all of a sudden I'm like, is that Robin Williams? And it's just like it was pretty much just him talking to someone in the distance. I couldn't hear the conversation. He was just wearing jeans and a black shirt. But almost recognizably him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta go over there. But as I got up, he literally stopped talking to the guy and went around the corner where all the part bins are. And then I suddenly was like, that typical dream where like you're going through quarters at school or corridor hallways and stuff like that. And just seeing him like right on the edge as I turned the corner, and then he disappeared around the other corner and just like do that kind of weird thing. And then all of a sudden, I do not know how, but we ended up actually at my home church. And I want to say the foyer. I don't really know if that's the name of it. It's that little room where like you hang your coats and everything before you go into the main chapel. I think it's the foyer. But apparently someone had put down a bunch of beanbag chairs, and Robin was sitting on one of them, and I think just looking out the window or something like that. And I came in and I sat down on one of the beanbag chairs next to him, and I'm literally like, yeah, typical fanboying a little bit, but not able to speak, not do anything. And I just turn over and like look him in the face, and really he wasn't doing anything than just like kind of like that, kind of like a shy little kid that kind of doesn't want to talk or kind of does. And apparently he was really shy and reserved really in real life. Even though, like, whenever a camera was on him or whenever he just randomly met people, he was funny as everything. But he had a nice feel to him. So I pretty much, and the geek that I was, I went for a fist bump when I meant to shake his hand. So I'm like doing that, and I'm like, oh, what am I doing? And then I just really, I just say to him, well, man, I never thought I would get a chance to tell you this, but you saved my life, man. I had a rough time, like, growing up, and, like, you always made me feel better, whatever you're doing, so I just want to say thank you. And I lifted my hand up, and he shyly gave me his, and had a nice handshake, and he just leaned over and said, gave, like, that little, like, Robin Williams kind of look, and he said, I hate to break it to you, Chief, but it's all about me. You're just the guy that brought the matzo balls. And it wasn't like a mean comment. It's almost like you were with your buddy that is trying to like jerk your chain to kind of make you feel better or just try to make you laugh. And I felt so good at that point because I'm like, even though it could have been just like the guy insulted me or something like that, but I'm like, Robin Williams is joking around with me and stuff like that. So he just like smiled. He got up and went to the restroom, and I just like the lazy comic in me just tried to like one up the line. So I just go like, yeah, but I bet the noodles were good. And I didn't hear a word back. I just heard like water running and everything like that. And then all of a sudden I woke up. That was the end of the dream. And I'm like, and I said like, that is such a weird dream. And honestly, since that day, like 9 days into the new year, I've actually been feeling very up over the past week. And do I feel like it's solely because of that dream? No, it's not that. Things have been like as hard as ever at work, but like my mood has very much been on an up spiral, and it may just be just the fact that I had so much regret when Robin passed away 5 years ago. I had regret that this is the guy I really wanted to meet, and the only celebrity I really wanted to meet. Like, I wanted to go see him do stand-up. I wanted to, like, be on a talk show where he was, like, being the guest or anything like that. I wanted to do that. I wanted to do that. I'm never going to get to do that now. I'm never going to get to do that. And in a weird way, that this dream actually kind of healed a bit in me. Like, it's almost like beyond anything, I actually did get to meet one of my heroes, and it left me on like a big up feeling. So I'm like, it's a nice way to start the new year. It's a nice way to like get yourself prepared for the next challenge and stuff like that. That it's just a good feeling, man. So like hopefully you all will get to meet your heroes, and hopefully they will not disappoint you. That's just something that I will never get to do, but in my own subconscious way, I did get to do it. I got tossed that hurdle, that one stepping stone I said I was never going to do. And for whatever in my subconsciousness, it happened. And it does feel like anything's possible now this year. So I hope everyone, despite everything, and I just picked my nose, I'm sorry, got an itch right there. Like anything else, I hope that this new year brings more happiness to you, more successes, more joy than you could ever want. And I will be looking forward to seeing all of your comments on the next video. Take care.